Hi, I'm Mick Sadler and this is Lightroom Extreme. In Lightroom Extreme we're going to take pictures that don't quite make it, that are flat or dull, not like what we took on the day. There's two stipulations: one, they have to be shot in RAW, and one, the highlight can't be burnt out. Other than that, we can make a terrific picture out of something we would have deleted. Welcome to Lightroom Extreme. Today we're going to take a picture straight from the camera, shot in RAW, and we're going to enhance it and bring it back to life. And hopefully along the way you're going to learn something about Lightroom. So let's get stuck in. Right, first of all we're in the basic panel, and we're going to open up the exposure a little bit, just because it seemed a little bit dark. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to go to the white balance, and there's a list of these along here. We're going to go to cloudy. Let's have a look at shade, what shade looks like. Yeah, that's warmer. We're going to go with that. Shadows we're going to open up fully, and highlights are down. We're going to open up the whites, and you can press Alt and you can drag this across and you can just see that, so you just bring that back. Same with the blacks, we're going to bring that up so we can get plenty of blacks in the picture. So that's our basic retouching. We're going to add some clarity, quite a bit of clarity. We're also going to put some vibrance in there, which will help. What I'm not so keen on this picture is this green bit here, which stands out a bit, and there's a lot of space at the bottom that we don't need. So first of all we're going to go down to HSL to do this colour. We click on this little icon here, and then with the cursor place that on the colour and then just drag down, and you can see on the right the colour is going. Now we're in the luminance at the moment, so we've brought down the luminance. We're going to go to the saturation and do the same thing there with the saturation. You can see that coming down. And let's have a look at what we've done there. So if I click that, you can see all the greens are now subdued quite a bit. Next thing is we're going to go and we're going to crop this to crop out some of the stuff we don't like. Don't like this little bit up here, and that's distracting, and all this down the bottom is as well. So we're going to click that, and we're going to keep the padlock on and just move this across, and we're going to cut off the bottom and a lot from that side. So we'll double click there, and that's our better composed image. So we're going to go down to detail now. We're going to sharpen this up, and you can see in there the little window, there's a fair bit of I don't know if you can see that on a video, but there is some grain there. Anyway, we're going to sharpen this up, and we're going to go to 70%. But if we press the Alt key down and then use the masking and drag the masking across, you'll see everything that's black is not going to sharpen, and everything that's white is. So we'll leave it at that. We need to reduce the noise, so we're going to take this down to about 21. We're also going to take off some colour noise, if there is some colour noise. So if we enlarge it up, we can see that's not a bad image. You can see all the little hairs on the leaf there, and in there is a little bit of grain, but not too much. So we're now going to go down to lens corrections, and we're going to enable the profile of the lens, and there's not really much has changed there, but there's a lot of lens profiles in Lightroom, and so it will map your particular lens. I also want to remove any chromatic aberration. So that's it. Let's bring that back to as it was, and we take a look at that, and that's a lot better than it was. Now I'm going to hit the backslash key, which is where we were. So that's where we were, and this is where we are. So there's a vast difference in that. Next we're going to add an effect. We're going to add a post crop vignette, and this is going to darken the corners to help bring the eye to the middle. So we've gone in there about 13. Going to move the midpoint out a bit. We're also going to increase the feather to just over 70. So again, we're going to do the backslash key. That's before, that's after. That's a vastly different image to one we had to start with. So are we going to do any more? We can do something with the gradient tool, and we can bring the gradient tool from the left, and you can see this area, there's a central area there, and these areas are where it vignettes. We can take this and reduce the vignetting effect. So we're going to bring that over there, and saturation I'm going to reduce that down a little bit. So that's taking those greens down. In fact, it's taking all the colours down. If we click on this here, we can see before and after. You can see that leaf at the side over here is now not so red. So we're not going to do quite. We're going to bring that up a little bit. So we're just 25% down. So we'll close that. Okay, so that's most of the basic retouching done. We're now going to go up and add a gradient to this to add some light. I'm going to draw out a big gradient up the top here. We're going to come up to our exposure and open this up by half stop. You can see what that's done. That's brightened the top half of that image. So we're going to leave it at that. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like, and share this with anyone you may think needs to learn a bit more about Lightroom. So we'll see you next time.